I can't hear my volume. And this is actually genuine. Like, I don't know how loud I am. I really don't. I think I project forward, so my voice goes out and I can't hear it. It doesn't come back. Grand finals, everyone. Enough about me and my analysis. Poop stories.
Condemned, Clerny, and Jolts versus Mini, Teldo, and Frost. We've seen this time and time again. Will anything be different?
Sticking on their standard team comps. Teldo. Oh, rooted while in Viz. Fantastic prediction by Jolts. It's going to stop that initiation right off the bat. He now has to wait for the reset cooldown. It gives Jolts some time to kind of posture up in mid, try and get them to M1's another root on the other side of the wall, but the camouflage is out. He will get stunned. Jolts now going to take a good bit of damage. Tries to M1, puts down the tome, but he's not going to be able to capitalize much. He has the spacebar away. Teldo follows him directly. Fantastic play, reading exactly where he's spacebar.
Oh, the Clarity Potion goes on to Jolts. Now Jolts has 10 bullets in the chamber. He's going to spend them all, and Teldo gets chunked down quite a bit. Oh, the Venom Wind gets a stun.
And the stun as well. Jolts has to be very careful now. He does bring out the tome, forcing Teldo back with the ultimate from Verask, forcing him to use the spacebar. Now Jolts is sitting in a precarious situation. He's got no more spacebar. He does try and land a root, but he cancels out just in time, and now his ally. Oh no, she will go down. Lucy's down. Jolts
Look at how healthy Teldo, Verask, and Mini are. That almost looked a little bit too easy.
Man.
There's a cleanup. I mean, grabbing the center orb, there are two things. Grabbing the center orbs was one. Teldo was able to dive into all three of the characters on Bruce Lee's side and was able to just grab the center orb amidst that. And then the second thing that he did was he dashed over to the green candy and stole it away from Jolts. Jolts had already spent his mobility to try to get to the green candy, didn't even get it, didn't get the center orb, lost a lot of health, and Teldo was able to just swing out and trade against him. Built resource, got the Venom Wind, landed it on both targets, and so there wasn't enough. And then the mind game of incapacitating Jolts and then moving away from him, and Clarity making the read, trying to Clarity Potion that out, missed Teldo, and actually Clarity was the one that ended up taking the brunt of the damage there. And that trade was what set everything off kilter. Condemned, Clarity, and Jolts were just taken apart. Mini, Teldo, and Frost will win the first one, but that's 1 round of 5. There's still a lot of game to play.
Remember, just a reiteration, we don't talk about it as much because we assume you guys know. But this is win score 5, best of 9 with Incline. Still, best of 3 maps.
1, 2, 3, 4, high 5. Win score 5. I don't know what.
Do you say high 5 every time you get to 5 when you're counting? Because that would be really frustrating.
That would be incredibly frustrating. And I think I would punch myself.
Oh, Verask does get a good sound, so when Condemned initiates, Condemned trying to follow, but as soon as he stealthy changes target, tries to go to Mini, but then he goes back onto Verask. Has to regroup.
Oh, nice pick.
Good pull from Jolt.
Immaterial gets popped by Condemned to try to avoid the snipe, gets panicked up. Now Condemned might be a little bit out in the open. The bear gets placed to help tide him over. He's going to lose a lot of health, but his counter is going to come up pretty soon.
Oh, Teldo got rooted while in deceit, and then a bunch of M1s to the face. Oh, good Petrify, forcing them to pull in. And the Immaterial comes out. He's actually going to just deal damage to Clerny while he can. Instead of trying to retreat immediately, a Petrify followed into a stun. Condemned now got to be careful. The counter's proc though. Verask, can you get out of there? A good silence, but an ultimate from Condemned will come.
Watch out for the Whirling Blade, and the Immaterial into the Whirling Blade helped him avoid the stun from the Blast Vault. That was fantastic.
Oh no, Verask is actually going to go down. He lost the 1v1, but Teldo might as well.
Oh my god. I can't believe what I just saw.
Uh-oh. I don't know if this is going to happen, man. Oh, Mini does go up. Oh, if he can actually follow that up with a stun. He tried to. He wanted to get in there. He dedicated a bit too much, though. The book almost around the corner.
Oh!
There's a Petrify. Once the shield is down, he's going to go down. An M2. No! Posted for a selfie. Condemned. Still got the kill.
I like how Condemned popped the Immaterial into the Whirling Blade, wanted to make sure that he did not get CC'd up, at least for the initial moments of it. And it was smart, because at that same point in time, Verask used a Blast Vault. If Condemned wasn't in Immaterial, he would have gotten Mini stunned up and then lose the ability to use that Whirling Blade. But instead, he was able to maintain, do a lot of damage, and put pressure onto TelRoskMi and then close out the kill.
The plays. I imagine this is going to be yet another trade round, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth between Bruce Lee and TelRoskMi.
We're in for the long haul.
We're in for the long haul, boys and girls. Go pop your popcorn now. It's going to be a long afternoon. Verask getting that initial silence. Condemned trying to get that initiation. Oh, posted for a selfie, though. His counter won't get procced. We're going to get a good snipe on Clerny in the back, though. Trying to heal up himself. Teldo trying to poke in and out, but Jolt's doing a great job of shutting him down, getting those roots when he's in Fizz. The camouflage is out. Oh, but he gets Clarity Potion, knowing it to be by the orb, to use it to maybe lengthen it, but it wasn't a deceit. Either way, it still worked in his favor. Verosk has an ultimate already somehow, my god.
Russ is well positioned to spend that ultimate on converting into damage, but what is the setup? And it looks like it's going to be onto Clarity. Jumps in aggressively and starts spending resource, has the Veil because he got interrupted, but what would he have done if he didn't get interrupted there? Condemn, gonna get Arcane Barrier. Here comes a Crippling Goo, gonna pop. Jolts has quite a lot of ammo. He's gonna try to put that into Teldo, but Teldo is gonna be able to avoid most of that damage. The Silence gets
Teldo has an ultimate as well. Now they knows that there's no more space for. Whoa! He gets the other two, the weak ones! One, the immaterial goes down, but the other, it's not, doesn't matter. They lose their support.
Oh, body block.
The body block. Teldo knows he can take it.
Nice.
The Deceit is out, right behind the Arcane Barrier, followed by a stun. Verosk just gonna M1 through this one. The ultimate is up as well. Completely destroyed. We see a Whirling Blade. The Standing Still Beyblade.
The Standing Still Blade. The execution there from Teldo, Mini, and Verosk, very good for them to maintain their health lead and getting all three of the center orbs as well. CC was very important for them in that particular match, able to set up scenarios where they were able to isolate certain targets, even when they were going up against Jolts and he had a lot of ammo. They avoided a lot of the damage, and I think that was something that was hurting TelRoskMi before, was that when especially Teldo committed against Esmo, Esmo was able to just constantly pepper him with Arcane Fire, and Teldo over the course of the game lost a ton of health.
I like that. Pepper him.
Pepper.
Getting peppered by those M1s.
Oh, there's no counter. Oh my god, that's a lot of bar on Verosk's side. Gets the disabling shot as well and lands even more bullets. He's gonna have his ultimate soon.
Jolts is getting the payback. All those M1s that he lands, he will.
Center orb.
He didn't secure the orb either. He put down the tome for it and he still couldn't secure it. Jolts.
Oh no, Jolts is in trouble, but who's the target gonna be? I think it's gonna be Clarity himself. Oh my god. He's both barriers are popped onto Clarity, and the target is still gonna be the Lucy. Jolts not gonna help you. Oh my god, that was beautiful.
Posting for a selfie.
There is nothing more picture perfect than seeing a health bar drop as fast as that. Teldo, Verosk, and Mini make a big connection there. And even with all the cooldowns being popped onto Lucy, the timing was just not right. Barriers are very opportunistic defensive cooldowns to use. If you pop them and they do not have the opportunity to damage into them, they didn't even have the uptime, right? They had to close the gap again. It's kind of a waste. But I can understand why they would do that, because your teammate just went from 100% health to 10.
Yeah, that's 90% gone.
Yeah, divide by 10.
I can't read, but I can do math.
Divide by 10. Can you do math?
I can do math. TelRoskMi now.
4 times 32.
I can't do that kind of math. 3 rounds to 1. TelRoskMi up 2 rounds. Do you know how to do that one? I
have no idea.
I could spend the time on it, but it's not worth it. This is much more exciting.
Yes.
Jolts gets a little bit of consumption. He now has 7 bolts. Some of them are going to go to waste. We're going to see Condemn trying to get the initiation. He just has a really hard time.
God!
This, the panic followed into the stun. Who's going to get this? Teldo does get 1 stun, but it might be
what?
too much. Mini takes it with an M1. Jolts was too busy reloading. He had already used all of his M1s. The tome goes down. Oh man, Verosk takes a good bit of damage. He has to use a little bit of energy on his immaterial. I'm sure he's a little bit salty, but now he does have his ultimate already.
Really good on Clarity to place that barrier at the last moment. Identified what the target was. Oh, tries to catch Lucy with the Esmo ult from the Petrify, but Mini had the Swift Roll, got away from it. And the Whirling Blade gets, that's why you spend the immaterial. But I don't know if Condemned had the cooldowns up. He's gonna pop it again after popping the counter, and Lucy gets chunked down pretty low here too. Jolts and Clarity are getting pressured out here, but they're doing a lot of counter damage onto Verosk, and Jolts jumps up, finishes out the kill. But they could get the cross kill here. There's 1 barrier up. There's the Arcane Barrier to stop that. And Mini gets Crippling Gooed up, and really no options left. Has no barrier. There finally it is, but gets feared up, taken down. And again, answering back is Bruce Lee. Gonna put them up to 2 rounds here.
I've been distracted because we've been brought hot cocoa and popcorn.
What the
Because
heck?
this is gonna be exciting, boys and girls. There's even a peppermint stick in it. Oh man, we're getting spoiled.
We're getting spoiled. This is their way to convince us to keep locked up in this room.
We haven't left the room in weeks.
We haven't left the room in weeks.
I actually slept in this room last night.
How do we?
I haven't left since last night's broadcast.
How do we even eat this popcorn without being obnoxious?
With our hands.
But there's just gonna be don't. Cough box, please.
Oh, and it's kettle corn. Oh man.
Focus! Carpet, things are happening right now.
Sorry. This is delicious. Condemned. They're doing a great job of not proccing those counters. Now we're going to see.
Oh, double incapacitate. Oh my god, Mini took a huge amount of damage. Here comes Jolts. Total destruction is down. The barrier will go up, and that's going to help Mini get out of that situation just a little bit, but now he has to deal with Condemned.
Jolts has no more space bars. Got to be careful. Look at that Teldo just behind him, but petrified by Clorny protecting his ally. Doesn't matter. There's the aggression we see coming out of Bruce Lee so often. The moment they see their opportunity, they go in.
Double incapacitate. That's such a good skill from Shifu. I feel like that's one of the things that really rounds out his kit. Allows Shifu to be very flexible. Landing that double incapacity just set up such a bad situation for TelRoskMi, and Bruce Lee continued to demonstrate why they're so freaking good.
Just going to be a little bit too much. The panic. Not enough.
Show me them rotations, please. Oh, instead just got cooed. Take this. Are you still eating that popcorn?
I had one piece, two pieces.
Wow, the bag is really warm.
It just popped it for us, man.
The bag is really, I'm liking this. I'm using it as a hand warmer now.
God, you're such a pansy. I can't believe you're cold right now.
I'm cold. My hands are cold, man.
Bruce Lee tying it up. 3 rounds to 3 rounds, just as I expected. We're probably going to go to round number 9. Good thing we got popcorn and hot cocoa.
Camouflage coming out. Oh, there it is.
What? Fantil, he's
like
spinning his blades. So many cancels.
Weird sword flurry there. Oh, good, but gets panicked up, and now Vorax is in danger. Both these.
Oh, cleared out of one, and then Arcane Barrier, the stun. Uh-oh, Teldo's in a tight spot. He doesn't have much protection back here. Jolts is going to flick over. Trying to get Vorax, trying to build up that ultimate. Mini does have his.
Oh, there's a big incapacitate. Mini's going to fall behind on healing there, and Vorax is going to miss. And he spends a blast ball aggressively. Mini tries to punish, and I think it's going to be good. What?
That's it. That is the pain of playing Esmo. If your spacebar's down, you are screwed, my friend. Oh, there it is. Take this.
Take this. Oh, Vorax, please.
Woo. Clorny just wants another kill. Wants a kill under that belt.
Clorny. Got you there. Wow. Nice from Mini to coordinate with Teldo and Vorax there. Identified that Jolts was playing really aggressive and pushed out his cooldown and just made sure that they were in position. Most of the times when that happens,
I can't really drink this hot cocoa because the whipped cream gets in my mustache.
I actually think that would be hilarious, and I think you should encourage that. Oh!
Oh my, the stun followed by another stun. Immediate damage on Condemned. Some max health off.
Oh, and they're going to whiff a lot because Vorax was in stealth. Mini might be in trouble here too, but he's going to make it around the corner, and now Jolts is going to be the target. 10 charges left for Jolts in the pocket. Oh my god!
Look at that. All 10 charges straight to the chest. Vorax got to be careful. Right in the numbers.
Right in the numbers. That's a bad location to have the beating.
Oh, the immaterial and the shield actually using too many cooldowns. The counter will get procced. Condemned in the back. Oh, good pull in a silence, followed by a petrify. It gets the tap. There's the ultimate, followed by a root. Oh, what a nice ability. Just getting away. Vorax does have his ultimate as well. Will he start it? Time's up. Consumed. Oh man, now he's got 10 charges in the bank.
Oh, Jolts is sitting there.
Oh, Jolts wants it. Sadly, he doesn't have enough energy for his
Watch out, Condemned. It's going to be on Teldo. Teldo was able to jump out of a good amount of them. Oh, Condemned is in trouble.
Down.
There it is. Oh no, I think the first map is going to go to TelRoskMi. Vorax just needs to play a little bit carefully here. Nice use of the immaterial on the crippling goo. I think this should be an easy cleanup for TelRoskMi. Going to be able to put on a lot of pressure onto both members there. Good arcane barrier from Jolts. He's actually looking a little bit dangerous here.
Could they take out one? The immaterial does go down. They're actually playing safe. Smart on Vorax. Oh, Vorax gets pulled though. The barrier will save him from that final slice of damage. There goes the tome. Uh-oh. He actually was able to secure it. Oh, this could actually be really terrifying right now for TelRoskMi. They are very close to burst damage, particularly Vorax. He's only got 61 health right now.
Oh, God. I think that TelRoskMi may have played that situation out incorrectly. They maybe should have focused a little bit. Oh,
good clarity potion.
Clarity. That was...
oh, they did secure that orb, though. preventing them from building up their ultimates. Jolt's having to use his energy.
Oh,
there's
the
one.
timing was so good.
This is it. This is going to be it. Goodbye, Jolts.
Nice. Slow and methodical. Anything can happen. Don't let it happen. Don't become the highlight reel.
I mean, yeah, that's actually...
I really want to show people... I'm going to save this until the camera comes back up because I really want to show how just, like, nicely presented this is.
Yeah,
I think the whipped cream is sinking in a little bit.
It's slowly sinking in.
But how do we do this? How can we show this
You
best?
pick it up.
But then if I...
Don't tilt it, you fool.
How is the camera going to see?
I'm sure they can see. We'll see. We'll see if the camera can see it. Guys, look. We got... Yeah, they can see it. We got whipped cream on our hot cocoa. We even got some popcorn.
I really want to tilt it. Look how nice that is. There's whipped cream in the middle. It looks great.
You guys should do the same. Oh, kettle corn. So good. I love myself some kettle corn.
Great.
Some kettle pop. So, enough about us. What a display of BattleRekt.
I mean, that was such a back and forth match. I think the thing that TelRoskMi did really well.
I have a kernel in the back of my throat.
Oh.
All right, don't worry about it. How bad am I at this? It was one piece.
Make sure you don't die.
I'm a mess. Ugh.
We have a replay of Croak using the goo to single out Lucy in the back line, and I think this was kind of one of the key turning points for TelRoskMi in this matchup to try to kind of overcome Bruce Lee. A lot of it came down to figuring out how to be much more aggressive against this lineup and punish Jolt for using mobility, as well as punish Lucy for spending cooldowns on other targets. Even despite the fact that Lucy would be able to roll away, both Arcane Barrier and Barrier on Lucy get spent, and Petrify there, but Teldo is still going to be able to connect, and enough is enough. Clay will go down. Such a huge amount of damage coming out. Crippling Goo is by far one of the best initiation tools to have, and best punishes out there, I think, in the game. You're just eating stuff. Oh my god. There's work to do.
I'm not gonna lie though, the warm hot cocoa feels really good on my poorly strained throat. So, map number 1
goes the way of TelRoskMi. We've seen this before.
Did you expect this? Did you expect this?
I'm pretty sure we've seen this before, right? TelRoskMi. Did I just spew popcorn?
You might have.
I spew all kinds of stuff. I'm just as gross as you. We've seen this before. I'm pretty sure we've seen at least TelRoskMi go up one map. I don't know if it's the first map.
I want to do it, but it seems like a bad idea.
Do it.
I might have to move the microphone now.
Do it. I don't
want to hit the microphone.
Let guy in our ear scream at us.
Can I do this?
Do it.
We'll see.
Do it.
I haven't done it in a while.
He's going to get mad, but what is he going to do? Beat you up? Oh!
All right.
Gross. We are so mature.
We are. We're adults.
So mature. I think TelRoskMi has done this before. They have gone one map up against Bruce Lee, but then Bruce Lee does something, and then it all changes, right? And I don't know if it's the first map that TelRoskMi wins. I think it might have been Bruce Lee wins one, and TelRoskMi wins one, and then Bruce Lee wins the last, right? But this is not necessarily out of the ordinary. There's still a lot that can change. It's just going to come down to the mentality of the players on Bruce Lee's side. Are they out of options? I think that's kind of unlikely. And for TelRoskMi, are they going to be able to recognize what they were doing successfully and change what they were doing that was not as successful? And wow, people were really impressed.
Oh, we got pot champs.
That's something that I probably can't do. I'm going to try now. You inspired me.
Oh, this is going to be funny.
Okay, let's get a sizable piece. All right.
A for effort, buddy. A for effort. So,
you know what?
It's funny. So we don't see Esmos very often. They're in their champ picks right now. I don't think we're going to see many changes. I think both did really well. We don't see Esmos often. And for a lot of reasons, right? He's got to be very careful as to how he goes about things. Once his space bar's down, all he has is his arcane barrier, right? He does get a lot of support from his allies, which I think you also really need to highly depend on your allies. We'll go in right now. You can actually
throw in the game.
Subtle. So subtle.
I just wanted to see the face of anger on Guy in our ear. For Guy in our ear.
And Jolt is one of the only people that can pull him off. I mean, you see people deliberating, oh, Esmo does so much damage. This is insane. Someone needs to, you know, maybe we should do something about him. But only Jolts can do this. I've never seen another Esmo even come close to getting this far. So Jolt's able to pull it off, and I think a lot of it due to his teammates, him and Condemn putting on just massive amounts of pressure the moment they see their opportunity. And clearing that backline, keeping them alive, just kind of being that support. Their rock. Now I see Condemn trying to get that initiation, but he's actually going to take a lot of damage without dealing much. Oh man, he's actually right between all three of them. He's got to be careful, but Verosk now.
Condemned is very, very open right now. Teldo needs to find a way to connect here. Counter is going to be down for another second or so. Oh, there it is. Oh, man, and that's a huge connection onto Condemned. Goodbye.
I think Condemned dedicated a little bit too hard for that early on.
Yep. Yeah, that was unfortunate. And now you're dead. Everybody's dead. Bruce Lee is dead.
Is this the theme song of BattleRekt when people start to die?
I don't even remember what I said. Just that they were dead. Go to bed.
Special delivery.
It's time to sleep. EU is done. We've had our fun.
So, TelRoskMi take that first one pretty handily.
Condemned
and I think
couldn't run.
He couldn't. He went in a little bit too hard, which is kind of what he has to do, right? He's Shifu. It's kind of his thing. He has no choice. But this time he wasn't able to be followed up as much by Esmo. Esmo was kept back a little bit. Usually when Condemned goes in, Esmo shortly thereafter. With Cloney to help up with Petrifies and stuff to secure the backline, but it was a little too early on. No energy, so they couldn't go in to help secure a lot of that damage.
All right. Let's see, in the second game, or the second round rather. In the second map here, TelRoskMi leading in 1, taking an early lead. Oh, nice clarity from Cloney. The clarity.
Oh, a good snipe on Jolt. Figured Jolt didn't actually see that coming. Oh,
oh,
the
how?
one again by TelRoskMi.
How do they always win it? Has Bruce Lee gotten a single center orb in this matchup yet?
They've gotten a few, a handful, a small handful. Jolt now has got to be careful of his space bar down, and they know it. They're just going to hunt him down. Take a look at that. Varrock actually going in.
Spent. They're going real aggressive. Chase the Esmo, and they will land the disabling shot. Goodbye. Is it Condemned? Is it Esmo? Who's going to be brought down today? Tuttle, Mini, and Varas decide that it's going to be Esmo. Nice use of the immaterial to get out of the crippling goo. And, oh man, 2 rounds up, and both of them go real quick. We're just now hitting the minute mark. Teldo, Varas, and Mini have just been chewing through Bruce Lee. Winning the maximum possible time.
It seems like TelRoskMi is really just running away with this. What's the big difference that you can see that was from
I think
map number 1 and map number 2?
There's 2 different situations that happened in these 2 particular rounds. The first one was, of course, Condemned went in really aggressive, tried to spend cooldowns aggressively, and TelRoskMi was kind of prepared for it, and just had kind of a good string of offense, right? From one counter to the next, both of them were baited out. The first one whiffed, and they were able to put down a lot of damage.
Have you guys ever put a candy cane in your hot chocolate?
Do you taste the minty goodness?
This is amazing.
It's great. It's probably the best hot chocolate I've ever had.
Oh my. Everyone say thank you, Toaster Loading, in chat.
Thank you, Toaster Loading.
Wow, this is amazing. If you guys have never put a candy cane in your hot chocolate, it just melts away and turns into this delicious mixture of heaven.
And in the second game, Jolts really got punished for kind of... I mean, it was really Teldo and Varas pushing in very aggressively, forcing Jolts out of options. And we haven't really seen a team punish Esmo as much as Jolts or rather as much as Teldo and Varas have. One of the problems is, while Esmo is running away, he can usually get a lot of damage out with his mouse ones.
They still didn't get the orb!
Oh my god.
My god, TelRoskMi always making sure they get that. Building up that ultimate for Varas. Take a look at that. Teldo jumping back and forth. Jolt's got to be careful. He does put the tome down, though. Oh my. Tearing through the Invis Croak. But he's going to use his speed to try and get around. He dodges a little bit of that silence.
The positioning is very good on the side of Bruce Lee, and this is making it very difficult for TelRoskMi to land big connection, double incapacity, and they're finally going to win the center orb there. There's one for Bruce Lee, and they could turn things around here. Cloney has a lot of meter on his side, and he could drop the crippling goo here, and that might be big. We'll see. They're going to try to identify what cooldowns are dropped.
Oh, there it is, right on top of Cloney, but there it is, the Venn diagram comes out, but Cloney will be the one to suffer the pain. He will go down, Teldo gets pulled in, but they are now in a 3v2 situation. Jolts has a lot of energy. I think he can maybe deal a good bit of damage, but this is going to be more than an uphill struggle.
There's no more arcane barrier. Jolts is down.
Rip.
Oh my god, and immediately got disabled. There's a Venom Wind. Do you have immaterial? Yes, it does get popped. There's no clarity, though. Both incapacitated, now Teldo is just swiping away. 3 rounds up, man. There's some kind of Super Saiyan Mega Upgrade Ultimate TelRoskMi version 2.0 happening right now.
Somebody quoted you. Now you're dead, everybody's dead, Bruce Lee is dead. That's your haiku for the day.
Now you're dead.
I don't think it is.
No, it's not a haiku.
Shut up. Don't tell me what it isn't.
Currently, I think Teldo, Mini, and Varas are kind of I think really identifying key moments where they know that they can push a lot of aggression, despite the fact that positioning was actually really good on the side of Bruce Lee. They couldn't get in on Jolts when he had his cooldowns down. They couldn't get in on Clerney, and when the snipe was being lined up, Condemn was in front to kind of use a counter and stop Faraz from going through with it. There were so many things that was going right, but then Teldo was able to come back and kind of split the team apart, and then start just picking apart their cooldowns. And I think that Mini, Teldo, and Faraz are just communicating really well and identifying open moments for them. And Mini is landing good crippling goos, which is something that actually has been kind of more of a weak point for TelRoskMi in the finals. That Mini had sometimes dropped crippling goos that were not quite as effective. But he's really making sure that resource gets spent efficiently this time around, and they're seeing the benefits of that now.
They're doing a good job of dealing with Condemned and Jolts. Oh, they did snag that first orb, though. It's looking a little better for Bruce Lee right now. We're seeing Teldo taking a lot of damage. Condemned looking really healthy. This kind of won't get procced.
A lot of momentum on the side of Bruce Lee.
The in cap on Faraz, they actually just tried to turn it into some damages. They weren't going to be able to capitalize on the enemies. Deceit is out. Will he be there? He just does get there in time.
Oh, what?
Turn their attention at Mo instead.
Oh my god! He's nearly done. He could have just been killed. He's still in danger of getting wrecked. Oh my god, buckshot to the face.
Oh my. This is nutty.
Oh my god, 4-0? What happened to the previous map? It looks so close. And all of a sudden, TelRoskMi are just in the season finals, and all season long, TelRoskMi had been being beaten out by Bruce Lee, but all of a sudden, during the season, oh no, he just gets rejected, and again, and again! Sent up to space with a buckshot to the face.
It is, this is good. This is Rhyme Central. I'm gonna start calling you Dr. Seuss? I was gonna try and come up with a rainy.
There's only one more round. Are they gonna win 5-0?
Guys, TelRoskMi might just sweep out Bruce Lee in map number 2, and then sweep them in the map picks as well. 2 maps to 0. This is insane. Now, this is, if you're really gonna talk about potential evenness, all the BattleRekts are out on the table. This is it. Everything's there. They're completely flat. They've all gotten their final BattleRekt after this.
This is what the game's gonna be like.
Round number 5. Number 5! TelRosk might do it for $500 and a unique in-game title. Will they pull it off?
We'll see. TelRoskMi, they could be the champions of BattleRekt 3v3. Oh, gets a stun on Clerney. Oh my god, I'm still riding.
Jolts has to be careful. They want him, man.
Oh my god!
There's the follow-up!
And a disabling shot,
and oh my, Clerney's got to be careful. Now he's healing himself up, but Teldo actually took a lot, and then he gets pulled right back in.
He was just about to get the candy too. That was big from Jolts, and that might have brought them back into this game. He does get the incapacity against one of the little Skittles there.
Jolts eats up that entire ultimate. He's got, he actually had to use a lot of it, but he has 125% energy, a lot to go on. Condemned is in there. Oh no.
Oh, nice.
The material protects him from damage though. Ross got to be careful. Condemned wants him.
I think Bruce Lee is getting the upper end of this deal though.
Teldo!
Oh, the crippling goo on the whirling blade. Oh, the snipe is gonna whiff, and that's huge. Right now, Teldo has to be so careful. Mini is in trouble. Doesn't have the resource to roll, and I think Mini might fall here. There's a bear just in time. The immaterial. Not quite in time for the ultimate, and Faraz could die now. This is going crazy. There's a deadly inject. Teldo jumps away from the impale. And I think this is the first round that Bruce Lee are going to take. If a reverse sweep happens from here, I'm going to go crazy.
That trade. The trade. They went in on Clerney and dealt so much damage. And then when you turn around, Teldo took just as much. They just took the opportunity to try and ditch it back, and I think that's what they have to do. The moment they try and get that chain stun, that chain CC, just take it out on Teldo.
The biggest thing that hurt too was even on the exit, Teldo actually was pretty healthy. He was about to get candy as well, which would have pushed his max health up, and Mini would have been able to top him off, but Jolts landed a clutch Chaos Grip and pulled him all the way back into danger. And that changed everything.
Oh, Faraz gets pulled and immediately bursted down to half health. He's got to get healed up. He's getting chased
down
with Condemned.
Condemned is open here. And Teldo could fly. Oh,
Condemned, be careful. You don't have your
Petrify's
counter
gonna
anymore.
set up something big. Barrier's already spent as well.
Condemned
There's
is in
so
a tight
many
spot.
possible targets here.
Condemned is his counter. His immaterial's down now. He's got to be careful. Faraz turns in on him.
And here comes the counter's gonna get baited here. There's
play.
the incapacitate. Here comes a stun. There's a petrify. It's gonna set things up. Barry's gonna mitigate some of the Esmo damage, but I think TelRosk and Mini should have dodged out of that. It's gonna be really close right now. No, there's a kill on TelRosk. Oh, and things are falling apart. I think they smell victory and they're just getting a little bit sloppy. They will make the cross kill happen. Oh, Mini needs to top off. There's no healing elixirs left. Teldo in the 2v1. I don't know if he's gonna make it happen. And again, Bruce Lee will come up a second round. Oh my god, Carpet. Is it the reverse sweep?
Oh, what a clarity potion. Is it? Is this the reverse sweep? Can Bruce Lee make literally the largest comeback BattleRekt has ever seen? And on top of it, do it in our first grand finals.
Teldo's still swinging. But I think Croak does not have enough options to make this happen. There it is. 4-2. They're starting it. This is how dreams are made. This is how dreams are made. Carpet. We're about to witness history.
Is the dream alive? Everybody take a few more bites of your popcorn. Take a few more sips of your hot cocoa. We could be in it for the long haul.
Oh, nice grip! Momentum on the side of Bruce Lee again, and the rune lands! This is what we're talking about, man! Things just seem to be going so well for Bruce Lee all of a sudden. He's dead!
It's been 15 seconds! It's literally been 15 seconds!
They need to refocus. Take a timeout. Take a timeout right now. You're one round away. Before it gets too bad, just stop. You have 2 rounds of a buffer now. Actually, you only have 1 round of a buffer. You only have 1 more loss to give.
I can't imagine the amount of sweat on both of these teams. Like, they must both be just profusely dripping. I mean, I am.
They're just jumping right back into it. They actually can't slow it down because they can't select battle rights anymore. They can't slow it down. You're just into the next round immediately. Here it comes.
Damn, trying to put that pressure on the back line, not letting TelRosk try and build up too much. He will get a snipe. Oh, he tried to put it on Jolts, but it'll spin.
Mini is in trouble. Mini is in trouble.
Mini is in very much trouble, but Jolts is now in trouble.
Nice roll. Condemned is really far away now. The positioning swap is really good for TelRoskMi. There's a double immaterial. Mini's still in trouble. He doesn't have Swift roll for a little while. And I think they're going to be able to restabilize. Gets the center orb as well. Watch out for the Chaos Grip.
Jolt's got to be careful. He just took a lot from Teldo to the face, but he does have a full ultimate. He might wait for the cooldowns to be down for Mini and try and take out one.
Here comes
Oh,
Teldo.
he tried to find out where Teldo was, but he just missed out. Teldo is going to go do what he could and then jump right back to help his teammates out. Who will get the center orb? Again to TelRoskMi. The ult is out. Jolt's
oh my god! Condemned goes down!
Is this going to be it? Can they do it? Will TelRoskMi finally pull it out and get this final win? Jolt's now trying his best to deal the damage to TelRosk. Trying to use that wall of protection.
He got the Arcane Barrier. I don't know. It's looking real and unlikely, but I've seen crazier things happen. The Crippling Goo is down. That means the ultimate could be a big thing. There's a Crippling Goo from Clarity, but everything misses, and I think it's over. I think it's done. Maybe TelRoskMi maybe have secured themselves the first place spot. Jolt's trying to do what he can, but they're all out of resources. They're all out of ammunition. Jolt's and Clarity backs to the wall now. And I think they might have been unseated from their throne. Here comes the ultimate from Jade. Actually not gonna land a lot of damage. And Teldo had one more jump, and that was key. We'll be able to take the center orb, and that's gonna continue securing control of the resources on the map. Oh my god, how did Jolts know? There's no more mobility. This is tough. The barrier will come out, gets to save
that's gonna be it. Jolts will go down. Clarity probably shortly after. TelRoskMi, after almost losing a 4-round lead, will become our champions, win $500, unique in-game titles, mounts, and all the glory there is to be offered.
Why does Europe always do this to me? Every single time.
My pants!
Every single time Europe does this to me. The most exciting 3v3 games that BattleRekt has to offer, in my opinion. I can't believe it.
It's honestly phenomenal. I cannot believe that they almost came back from that. So close to getting the reverse sweep. They were 1 round away from tying it up.
Yep. And it just, the unfortunate reality of it was when Condemned, Jolts, and Clarity were pushing in aggressive, they tried to secure a great position flanking Mini, but the one Swift roll that was the position swap hurt so bad. Condemned ended up having to mount up in TelRoskMi's spawn, and then because Jolts was in trouble, he had to actually kite away, and so Condemned was basically chasing after the tails of everybody else in the round, and he was